Okay, hi everybody. It is still New Year's Eve, and now I am doing chicken a la king, and I'm going to fill puff pastry. You know those puff pastry cups? I'm going to put it in there after I make the filling. I haven't been well, so this is a quick version. I'm going to be using my home canned chicken. That looks like it's dark meat, which is my favorite. Usually you use pimento. I'm just using some diced red bell pepper because I don't feel like doing the pimento. I have some sliced celery, diced onion, diced red bell pepper in a 1/4 cup of butter. When that softens, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of flour, and that will make your white sauce. I will salt and pepper that to taste. Then I will add the juice from this chicken, and I have some home canned chicken broth, 2 cups, and then I will add about a 1/2 cup of milk. And when it gets thick, I will put it in my pastry cups and then put those in the oven. And these puff pastry cups don't look like they've puffed up as much as they used to, but it'll do. I think when you're sick, you just don't care. And then, excuse me, I have 1 minced garlic clove that I will add at the end of that. And yeah, just making some little finger foods for New Year's Eve, and then I'm gonna sit on my hiney and not do anything. We went and saw Star Wars Tuesday, and then Tuesday night, I don't know, I got some kind of stomach bug, and I have been down ever since. And I did do a stuffed mushroom video, but I kept getting a card error. So I don't know if that recorded or not. I just did the finish of it on this memory card. So if it does come up on the other one, I'll post that too. But I'm kind of bummed out because I was trying to get some videos up for you guys. I also have a cup of peas that I will add at the very, very end. So yeah, let me stir that up. Going to use a spoon I used on the last veggies I did. Kind of the same veggies in my stuffed mushrooms. Stir this up. I hope y'all are having a wonderful New Year's, and that you're not sick with whatever this stomach thing is, because it is painful. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing. I just had a shower, so I look terrible. I know, I still haven't cut my hair either. We had this hairdresser, and she just keeps going from shop to shop to shop. I don't even know where she's at now. I don't know who's going to cut my hair. I'm about ready to do it myself. Wouldn't that be a video? Watch me screw up my hair. I don't think it's ever been this long in my whole life. So yeah, as soon as the celery and the bell pepper soften up a little bit, I will add my flour. So I will be back. Scary, isn't it? Okay, I'm back, and now adding the flour. Oh, and here I go with the garlic again. And the garlic. Stir that in. Let it cook for a minute. The rule of thumb with making roux and your white sauces and whatnot, use the same amount of fat as you do flour. So if you use a 1/4 cup or 2 tablespoons, whatever, use the same amount of flour. So that's what I have here. 1/4 cup of butter, 1/4 cup of flour. Let that cook for a moment. And then I'm going to drain what juice is in this chicken, which is 1/2 cup. I'm making a mess. I'm not into this cooking thing right now. Then I will add this jar. And I don't have salt in my broth, so I'm going to add a little salt. A little pepper, and if you're funny about black pepper in your white sauces, you can use a white pepper. Stir that up. And I am going to add some milk. Add the rest of this. And when it comes back up to a bubble, that's when your thickening starts to really happen. So if you want to add more, you can. You know, you make it as thick or as thin as you like. I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken. And that is all dark meat. You can use white meat, you can use a mix, whatever you like. Break that up a little bit. I like dark meat. I think it's moister. And if you never have canned chicken, you need the canned chicken because it comes out fabulous and it's wonderful to have on hand. And at the very end, I'm going to add a cup of peas. I have some frozen peas. You can always add a can of mixed veggies or some frozen mixed veggies. But this is just a simple a la king. When was the last time you had a la king? How 70s is that? Very retro on New Year's Eve. I'm going to get a spoon and taste this for salt. It is good. You ever noticed when you've been sick, things just don't taste the same? Being I have been sick, I'm getting rid of that spoon. My time in the kitchen today is not going well. I should have stayed in bed. This is thickening up nicely. And like I said, after this is done, I'm going to put it in the puff pastry cups, which I will show you. Can you see that? And I'm just going to fill up the puff pastry cups, put the little lid back on. You can use little pie, you know, little pot pie things. You can do this in a big pot pie thing. You can put it on noodles, you can put it on rice, you can put it on mashed potatoes. You can eat it plain like this as just a chicken stew. However you want to do it, you do you. So yeah, there is your chicken a la king. And usually it has bell pepper, onion, and pimento. I used red bell pepper because I didn't feel like dealing with the jar of pimentos. They were making the pimento. I could have made one with the red bell pepper, but... And did I say onion? And I have celery in there, so... Yeah. Easy peasy, retro, little mini meal for New Year's Eve. Yes. I do have a bottle of champs in there. I'm thinking maybe I should have some. Maybe it'll kill whatever this is in my tummy. I'm really bummed about my mushroom video. I don't know if that's going to come out or not. And next I'm going to make my favorite Velveeta dip. So I will do that video next. And then I'm going to relax for the rest of the evening. So this is getting thick. I'm going to add a splash of milk. Splash to add some creaminess. You can add cream, half and half, whatever you have. This is what I have. And that just creams it up a little bit. Turn it up so it comes to a boil. My refrigerator is still full of Christmas pies. Excuse my mess. Look at all my empty jars from the holidays. And that's what it looks like. Here's my mushrooms. For the video you may not get to see. It bums me out. I wanted to have a few videos on hand since I don't feel well. Oh well. So as soon as this thickens up a little more, I will put it in my pastry shells. Happy New Year, everybody. Okay. We are going to finish these off. I have scooped out the little tops here. And you just fill them up with your gravy and veggie mixture, like little mini pot pies. Get a little bell pepper in there, and it's okay if it overflows. And it looks like I will have a lot of leftover, which is okay. Can eat it over mashed potatoes tomorrow, or whatever. Eat it over toast. I've got fancy SOS. Do you guys remember SOS? I still make that. My dad was in the Navy. The first time I had it was on the naval base in California. And I love it to this day. Chipped beef and gravy. So you fill them all up. Put your little hats back on. And pop them back in the oven. And you have your little mini chicken a la king pot pies. Well, here they are, the little chicken a la king puff pastry pot pie thingies. So, hope you enjoy the recipe. Have a great night.